My name is Michael Staley and I'm president of the Alabama Clean Fuels Coalition. I'm also an EV owner. I purchased my first electric vehicle in 2024. My family and I took our first big road trip. This trip did a lot to ease my range anxiety that I had before the trip. So we loaded up the truck, we went down to the beach, and didn't even have to stop for gas, but I admit I did a little bit more planning for this trip because I knew I wasn't going to stop at a gas station. Like most EV owners, I charge at home almost all the time. I'm saving money because it costs me 8 cents a mile to charge at home, where it used to cost 16 cents a mile for gasoline in a similar truck. I don't have to get any oil changes, no transmission services. We bought a home charger at a big box retail store where I can charge in the driveway. I took advantage of being an Alabama Power customer and used their EV programs, and that is a home charger rebate program. So we installed the charger at our house, sent a picture, and they sent us a check for $500. We also get a 10% discount on all the power that we consume between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. So when we planned our road trip, I looked and realized I can drive all the way from Birmingham to the beach and I don't have to charge at all. I didn't need to alter our route at all because there were about 10 fast charging stations in between Birmingham and Orange Beach. We left the house at 100% charge. We drove down I-65, about 80 miles an hour, probably a little faster, and we got to Baldwin County and went to Buc-ee's at Robertsdale, and I had a 31% charge. And by the time I took a few bites of my brisket biscuit, we were ready to go. The truck was fully charged up to 80%. Over the next 5 days, we did everything we normally would do. We stopped one more time at Buc-ee's and charged. And then on the way home, we stopped at Hope Hole and we charged just enough to get home, and we had a great experience. People always ask me about if I was stuck in traffic or if I was stuck out where I wasn't driving, it was really hot or really cold, how would that impact my range? What would happen to my battery? So I did some tests for myself to know what happens in certain situations. And in Alabama, it gets really hot, and that's what we think of in the summer. So I went into a parking lot and worked in 100-degree heat for 4 hours to see what the impact would be on my battery. And I kept the air conditioner almost on full blast the whole time, and I was using the Wi-Fi and working on my computer, and it took 1% off of my battery in 4 hours. So that's about 1 mile of range per hour. I have 2 big freezers, a deep freezer and a stand-up one. Those freezers for 1 hour burned 1 mile of range off of the truck battery, 1 mile. So that's about 1/4%. I also do a lot of woodworking, and so I plugged my saws, a miter saw, table saw, and a shop vac, and my DeWalt chargers for my drills and other stuff. And I set out for 8 hours working on a project to build some cabinets. But in that 8-hour period, that took about 3% off of my battery. After owning an EV for about half a year, my experience has only made me more confident in the decision to go electric. Anybody that wants to learn more about an electric vehicle or owning an electric vehicle, go to driveelectricalabama.com.